down, we'll never come down. When the sun comes up, we'll be feeling how we do right now. My heart's on fire, coming down to the wire. While the world sleeps, we'll keep burning brighter and brighter.
I had a sleep in this morning. It's very enjoyable. Usually I get up at 4:30 and milk the cows, but Urian did the milking this morning because I have got to finish getting this lime on, and all going to plan I will be able to finish it today. It should not have taken me this long to get it finished. Anthony's always playing here. It should not have taken me this long to get the lime finished, but I did a woeful job of calibrating the spreader and basically ended up putting on half of what I should. Oh yeah, it was meant to go on at 420, but I wasn't sure where to set it, so I'm going to have to mark it with a pen, otherwise I'll make the same mistake again next year. So I've probably put it on at about 300 or 250. I've ended up having to do the farm twice, so whether or not I've just found an incredibly labour intensive way of doing it and wasted a heap of time, or I've invented something that's brilliant, I don't know. There's really no way of measuring it. So let's get amongst it. This is the highest point of the farm. It's such a nice view on a good day. On a good day you can actually see Mount Ruapehu over that way. Can't see it today because it's too cloudy. Actually needed the diff lock to get up this hill. It was a bit slippery. It was actually a bit scary. Oh, that's a ragwort. I better get that. Oh yeah, there's a helicopter. For the last 4.5 months we've been trying to scrape together every millimetre that we possibly can, and we just had to take a little bit here and there, and now it appears to have, and now I don't know who controls the weather, but it seems like they've really turned the tap on and it's not looking like it's going to turn off. The atmospheric river that was meant to be forecast, well, that turned out being a bit of a fizzer, and for us it was just a light spritz. But we got follow-up the next day and the next day and the next day, and I'm just going to check the rain gauge now, see how we're looking. That's 15, another 15, so there was 39 and another 15 on top of that, so 49 plus 5. We're up to 54 mils. Well, probably about 6 weeks ago it dawned on us that we had too many bulls, and none of them are actually breeding bulls. They're just bulls that we've accumulated, and we have to run them as 3 separate mobs. I think ultimately the ideal number of bulls is 2 bulls, 1 Jersey bull that we run with the heifers, the in-calf heifers, and then 1 breeding bull for the herd. Maybe 3 bulls would be the maximum, but we've got 5 of them. The one on the right is a Fleck V crossed with a Holstein Jersey cow, and the one on the left is a red Holstein out of the Ayrshire Shorthorn cross. Now Those are two bulls that we never should have kept because they were unsellable as beef bulls, but they were such good bull calves that we felt it'd be a shame to bobby them, so we kept them. And when they got to 100 kilos, we didn't really know what to do with them, so we just kept them as bulls. And it's actually really lucky that we did, because our main breeding bull, Big Red, he got too big, he injured a cow. We actually had to put her down back in November, so we had to get rid of him. And these two had to finish mating, so they did a big part of they ran with the cows this year. That Red Bull did a really good job, but on the last day that he was in the cows, he actually injured himself quite badly, and he injured his penis, which is a pretty important mechanical piece of the pie when it comes to breeding season, so he would be just too high risk to run as the main breeding bull next year. Well, he's not really a breeding bull, he's just a mop-up bull. We wouldn't be interested in keeping calves out of him because we don't particularly like the mother. Ideally, we'd like to get them gone before winter, but it's a bit tricky with bulls at this time of the year because your hormones are sort of working against them. When you're finishing in the spring and their hormones are getting ready for mating, they grow like crazy, whereas these guys are just a bit, I don't know what their growth is at the moment, but it's just a bit stagnant. It always seems to be a bit stagnant in the autumn. I have absolutely no idea what the weight of these bulls are. A what?
A bull tail.
A bull tail? I don't think that's a bull tail. No, that's not a bull tail. So we're going to get them in, put the weigh band around them, see where they're at, and just see if we're going to be even close to being able to finish them at the end of autumn. So in June, presumably, I'd like to have them both gone, and then that will be one mob of bulls down. Because when they start fighting, they're bloody dangerous. It's funny when you look at them out in the paddock, they look like little pissy things, but I get the impression that when they're in the yards, let go of my hand please, then all of a sudden they're not so little pissy.
What do you think? How are they?
I just stand back, Anthony. I think you stand right back in case they turn around. I think they're 550. Whoa. Oi, 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 oi.
Hup, move. Hup. Hup, move. Hup.
Just get back, you'll get squashed, Jerry, if that pops. Get off there. Oi, come on. Hey, we need to get that red one to go up.
Yeah. Move. Hup. Move. Hup.
I might put the gate. That's good. It's all right. Don't be scared. This is what bulls do. That's why they're really, really, really dangerous. You've got to be. Is it a bit scary? It is a bit scary. Don't worry. We've separated them now. This is what bulls do. They fight. Now you come stand over here.
Go. Come on.
Good boy. See?
So.
Right. You don't have to worry. Bulls are just bloody scary animals when they get in there like that.
They were fighting. Hey.
This one's virtually unreadable now, so I have to transition to the one that you got for my birthday.
Yeah.
See how accurate it is. Don't scare him. Nah, you'll go in your room if you... Can you go and push it through to me because it's too far for me to reach? What do you reckon it says?
530,
618.
618.
Yeah, so I'll do the other one. Cull sheets are about 550, and if you actually get him right next to us, he's not small.
No, a big cow would be, yeah.
A big cow would be 600, the
Yeah.
average of ours would be 550, but they carry so much more meat on their bones.
Yeah, and their hump bones are a lot heavier, so it's,
What?
yeah, it's logical.
That's not going to fit around him. What's the matter? You may have made a bit
That's
of
for calves.
Oh,
It's for calves. We were always measuring calves. That's why we-
so you've
so we stopped with doing weaners, and then I got that for your birthday, but we already quit with getting them to 100 kilos.
So there's no point trying that because that ain't going to fit. So what am I going to do when that one fails? I've got a birthday coming up. You'll have to address. You'll have to address
I
that.
couldn't find that one.
We've got Fleeky. He's around the 618. What?
So 618. He has to do another 50 kilos.
Yeah. So if he puts on a kilo a day between now and the end of May, then he's going to be. He should be well ready before winter.
That's good.
I guess the big question is he a heavier bull than that bugger? Because this one's got a slightly larger frame, but I think he carries a little bit more condition.
I think that one is 20 kilos heavier.
Alright. Good boy, Fleeky. It's too bad he's not a fan of the ladies because he's a pretty nice bull to handle. But here. Give this to me. Good boy, up you go. Good boy, up you go. Get back, Anthony. He has to go straight in. Straight in. Go straight in. Go straight in. Ooh, he doesn't think he is. Get in. Stand back, Anthony.
Up. Move.
Still,
Yeah.
he's a broken man.
It has improved.
Yeah.
It has improved.
But it's just too big of a risk. Anthony, this is what happens when you let your hat lie around. Right. You think he'll be around the 630 kilo mark?
Yeah.
640 maybe. I don't know. He doesn't have the frame quite. Come on, boy. Alright, let's get the hose on here. Just be very careful when you push it through because he's not a heavy guy. Now go the other way.
What? I just close it. See, I close this gate.
No, he wants his cowboy hat.
So,
Stand back.
so here.
Yeah, got it. So this says 600, and I'm really pulling it, and it says 688.
688.
Yeah.
It has been. You have been pretty accurate with that measure tape.
Well,
With those weaner calves, you were sometimes only max 2-3 kilos off. So
so with Frisians, it's really accurate. But with the other breeds, it's been a little bit out. But it's probably, if anything, it's underestimated them. But if he's close to 700 kilos now, then he just about needs to go.
yeah,
But surely that's not a 700 kilo animal. Or what, did I say 688?
yeah.
688. We'll get them done before winter, at any rate.
Yeah.
And I mean, if he's 688 now, he's not going to lose out too much if he goes to 720 or something like that. That would still be within the ballpark of where you'd want him.
I actually have done them quite hard. So
Yeah, I know. I'm actually a bit pissed off about that because I told
because
you.
I just opened them up a little bit more.
Well,
but
you've got
I like to do bulls hard.
And let's put some polish on the little boys and then we're done with them. And it's just, we're back to a, well, 5 bulls down to 3.
Yeah, 5. That's what I want. I want 3 bulls max. We don't need 5 bulls over the winter. We have had that 4 or 5 years ago. We had 5 bulls. At some point, I had them even in the garden because I didn't know where to put them, and it would be there's lots of grass. So I think I just put them in the garden.
All right. So, right, you can get your hat now. So,
Now we need those little bulls.
we're gonna put your hat on and I'll set the gates for these little bulls.
When the bulls was fighting us, I got scared.
It is scary. But that's why, when you see how powerful they are, that's why you never muck around with bulls.
What's only me?
Especially not you. You should never be mucking around with big bulls.
And
The calves are all right.
myself.
No, ever. There's really no good reason for you to be handling bulls because you're only 4. And it's all right for you.
But it's all right with calves.
Get back. The calves are a different story because they're not fully grown yet and they haven't got their hormones. It's the hormones that make them really strong and really powerful. Right.
I need to go.
They can probably go in the social paddock, I think. You go get them, they can't go up that side.
Yeah.
He thinks it's just good fun, I think. Right, come on boys. Oh, what is wrong with you? Right. Whoa, just slow down.
We can't use this bull on our cows because he's gonna have trouble with that hock that doesn't have enough flex. So if that comes from the ground and it puts too much pressure on it, it starts swelling and yeah. I expect that he will get lame because that hock is going to be overstretched.
Because he also looks like he's quite stiff in the pastons as well. Like he doesn't have much flex in the pastons if you watch him walk. See if you can get him to walk. Walk him up the race. Like he's walking right on the tip of his toes. It's actually a very strange foot.
Yeah,
In them side by side like that, you see the height difference as well is quite. So he's just getting rounder and rounder and rounder, but he's probably not even going to be tall enough to do Holstein cows. Whereas
no.
this,
it's gonna overstretch, and you just get after a couple days you get a lame bull that walks on 3 legs.
I actually think it looks swollen in the front as well, but I guess
It's just the whole tendon. They just do that hock is just do.
tendons are too tight.
Yeah, there's not enough flex.
So yeah, do you reckon that's what makes him walk on the tip of his toes?
Oh yeah, everything is connected.
What weight do you reckon they are?
This one is probably going to be close to 200.
Yeah, it should be. Oh, boy. Come on. Frisian bulls are this type's bread and butter, and I have them at about a 244.
244 already. Oh.
Yeah. So
He was about 10 days overdue, and he was a huge calf, and he's had the same character as the mother. There's no will to live, so he didn't want to drink well. So it was yeah, it was a bit dopey.
he tried to die after dehorning. It's so
Yeah,
sad.
he was so
And then he had
sad.
that reflux.
Just yeah, not a
Terrible animal, but we don't have to worry about breeding. He just has to do a job for a year, and
yeah,
then Dino can finish off the last 3 weeks,
yeah.
hopefully.
Oh,
He's such a little sponge pud. But yeah, he's so wide as well, and I'm a little bit too wide for. Alright, I got it.
so the other one was 240.
Yeah, 254.
So this one must be 280.
He just needs to relax. Can you poke his head back? And I just need to straighten them up. 'Cause, right, you just need to relax and you just need to straighten up. It's hopeless if they tense up. So, 260, 257.
257.
Yeah, so they've got one for normal cattle, and then they've got one for cattle with a lot of condition on. So he's a little bit. So he doesn't have to frame, and those Frisian bulls they seem to make up a lot with their long bone. So the meat must be longer, or the muscles are longer. So 257. I wonder what they're going through the sale yards at the moment with. Because I mean, I think it would be better. There's not much grass around Taranaki in certain areas where they'd be doing beef cattle, so we would have to wait until the end of May at any rate to sell him. And then it's just a question of, are we better to actually keep him until this time next year and finish him completely? And he'll be worth thousands.
We have to do some research on that, and because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give him away for us.
I guess you take out all the middleman when you're able to finish them yourself.
Yeah.
And it saves a trip into Stretford. But look at that. Look at that. It would be cool to have a paddock of them. I understand the appeal because they're just so squidgy. He's a big squidgy man. You just want to cuddle them actually, but he's getting to be a bit of a boy now. Hey.